Translation and purport by Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada. O Lord, for the essential purposes of all inhabitants, both moving and non-moving, this earth is your wife, and you are the Supreme Father. We offer our respectful obeisances unto you, along with Mother Earth, in whom you have invested your own potency, just as an expert sacrificer puts fire in the RNA wood. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The so-called law of gravitation which sustains the planets is described herein as the potency of the Lord. This potency is invested by the Lord in the way that an expert sacrificial Brahmana puts fire in the RNA wood by the potency of Vedic mantras. By this arrangement, the world becomes habitable for both the moving and non-moving creatures. The conditioned souls who are residents of the material world are put in the womb of Mother Earth in the same way the seed of a child is put by the father in the womb of the mother. This conception of the Lord and the earth as father and mother is explained in Bhagavad Gita. Conditioned souls are devoted to the motherland in which they take their birth, but they do not know their father. The mother is not independent in producing children. Similarly, material nature cannot produce living creatures unless in contact with the Supreme Father, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam teaches us to offer obeisances unto the mother along with the father, the Supreme Lord, because it is the father only who impregnates the mother with all energies for the sustenance and maintenance of all living beings, both moving and non-moving. Presents the Bhaktivedanta purport. So, this is the prayer continuation by the sages to Lord Varaha. They are saying, Samstapayenam jagatam satastusam. So, Samstapayenam, please raise this earth. Jagatam, because all living entities, both moving and non-moving. Satastusam. Satastusam means are not moving. Jagatam means those who are active and moving. Lokaya Patnimasi. For the whole world, she is the mother. Patnimasi. She is your wife. So, Mataram Pitaha. So, she becomes the mother and you become the father. Videma cha asyai namasa sahatvaya. So, we all offer our respects to unto the mother along with the Supreme Father. Mother Earth and Lord Varaha, both you are our father and mother. So, we offer our respectful obeisances unto you. Yasham swatejaha. By your own potency, you have invested in her. How? Agnim ivarnav adaha. In the sacrificial fire, the fire is invoked in the RNA wood by the expert Brahmana. The same process, you have invested the fire, you have invested the living entities into the Mother Earth. So, in the purport, Prabhupada says, the so-called law of gravitation which sustains the planets is described in here as the potency of the Lord. How the 14 planetary systems are floating in the air, in the sky. So, that is the potency of the Lord, which is, it is said here. The potency is invested by the Lord in the same way as an expert sacrificial Brahmana puts fire in the RNA wood by the potency of the Vedic mantras. So, one is by the mantra chanting, they bring the fire. The other one is by rubbing the wood, they generate the fire. So, there will be like a chiseled kind of equipment which they move like a churning rod. By moving faster movement, the force and that reaction will generate fire into the wood. So, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam teaches us to offer obeisances unto the father along with the mother, because it is the Supreme Father alone or only who impregnates the mother with all energies for the sustenance and maintenance of all living entities. So, the position of the Supreme Lord and the Mother Earth and the relationship between them has been described. How living entities are created are also described here. So, which is a reference statement from Bhagavad Gita. Prabhupada says in 14th chapter, text number 4, he says, Aham bija pradah pitaha, he says. Krishna says, Sarva yonishu kaunteya murtaya sambhavantiya tasam brahma mahadyonir aham bija pradah pitaha. So, it should be understood that all species of life, Sarva Yonishu Kaunteya, oh my dear Arjuna, Kaunteya, Sarva Yonishu, in all species of life, Murtayaha Sambhavantiyaha, all are made possible, Sambhavantiyaha, Tasam Brahma Mahadyonir, and I am the possible by the birth in the material nature, and Aham Bija Pradah Pitaha, I am the seed giving father. So material nature is the mother and Lord is a seed giving father, because all living entities are emanations from the body of the Lord. Now how they are placed into the material nature, that is the potency of the Lord. As a father transmits the semen into the mother, so similarly the Lord places the living entities into the mother earth, into the material nature. That interaction comes through Lord Shiva, because material nature, who is Prakriti, she is again considered as wife of Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva becomes the person through the process of transmission. So that is explained elaborately in Brahma Samhita. The first few verses where somewhere around 10th to 12th, how the material nature is created, the position of Lord Shiva, the position of material nature, all these things are elaborately described there. So the characteristics of Mother Earth has been described in various Puranas, how she looks like, what are her emblems, all these things and all. So this is in Vishnu Dharmottara. The instructions for painting the form of Goddess Earth are given. So Markandeya Rishi was elaborating these details. He says, this Mother Earth should be made of the color of the parrot. The body of Mother Earth is parrot color, adorned with divine ornaments with 4 hands, and with her garment as white as the moonlight. Body color of a parrot green, garments of whitish color. In the hand of Bhu, she should hold a jewel vessel, a corn vessel, a vessel full of medicinal plants, and a lotus. The 4 arms will have, one is jewel vessel, Aishwarya, corn vessel, grains, medicinal plants, a vessel full of medicinal plants, and lotus. She should be rendered seated on the back of 4 elephants of the quarters, accompanied by all vegetable life. The goddess is traditionally said to be of bright color. Her white garment is the religion, dharma, and the lotus in the hand is the wealth, artha. The significance of the rest is known to the wise, and so it may be taken as described to you by me today, O king. So this is how Mother Earth is portrayed in Vedic literatures. So even in Bhagavatam, there is one place where the gopis glorify Mother Earth's position. Because gopis, they get an opportunity to associate Krishna only in the night time. Because in the daytime, the cowhead boys get the association. But either in the daytime or the night time, it is Mother Earth who is always getting the association. How? Because Krishna's feet is always touching the ground, wherever he is. So in that way, Mother Earth is receiving the maximum association compared to gopis and gopas. That's why the gopis glorify the position of Mother Earth by saying, Kimte krutam kshititapo bata keshavaangri sparsha utsava pulakitangaha nahir vibasi api angri sambhava urukrama vikramadva aho varaha purushaha parirambamena. They say, O Kshiti, O Mother Earth, Kimte krutam tapaha, what austerities have you done? What tapasya have you undergone? Bata keshavangri sparshaha, that you are able to have the continuous association of Lord Krishna's lotus feet. Keshava angri sparshaha. You are able to feel the touch of the lotus feet of the Lord. Utsava utpulikata angaha. Because of this, it is like a festival. The Lord's touch is like a festival, and in the festival we do all decorations either in the house or in the temple, everywhere. So Utsava pulakita angaha. So your body is become joyful, extremely joyful. Pulakita angaha. And your hair is standing in erection. And the significance is all trees and plants stand to the top of the earth. So they signify the ecstasy of Mother Earth. And naher vibhasi, and you appear very beautiful in this situation because of this extreme joyfulness. And how did this happen? Api Angri Sambhavaha, when Lord Krishna appeared, is that because of Lord Krishna's touch? Or Urukrama Vikramadva, or because of Lord Urukrama when he came Vamana, with 1 feet he covered the entire earth and the all planetary systems at that time? Did this happen? Aho Varaha Purushaha Parirambena, or when Lord Varaha, when he appeared in the form of boar and when he embraced you, did this ecstasy come to you? So in that way they were always saying, whenever Lord appeared, you are always getting the association. Either Vamana came, when with his 1 feet he covered the entire earth and all the elements below the earthly planetary system. When Varaha came, he lifted you and he embraced you. So how did you get that much ecstasy? What tapasya have you done? So in reference, see how gopis were also glorifying another competitor in a sense. So Vaishnava perspectives are, whenever somebody is having the highest mercy, we appreciate their mercy. We don't become envious of them. See, material world, what happens when somebody gets something and I don't have, we become envious of them. We become jealous of them. So a spiritual perspective to material perspective, we have to be very clear. So if we are becoming envious of somebody, means we are still in the material contamination. But if we enjoy others becoming advanced, we are in the spiritual perspective. So similarly, there is one chapter in the 12th canto known as Bhumi Gita. Mother Earth offers her prayers, where she explains the nature of material world. How Mother Earth has been treated by people in Kali Yuga especially. So Shuka Uvacha, Shukadeva Goswami is narrating this. Društva Atmani Jaye Vyagran Nrupan Hasati Bhur Iyam Ahoma Vijigishyanti Mrutyo Kridanaka Nrupaha. Društva Atmani Jaye Vyagran Nrupan. See, he is saying, this earth, the kings of this earth, see them, Društva Atmani, how they are treating themselves. And what are they trying to do? Jaya Vyagran, they are trying to conquer this earth. See, everybody wants to dominate. One country wants to dominate upon the other country. One king wants to dominate upon another kingdom. One business wants to dominate upon other's business. So everybody is trying to conquer the other. So, Hasati Buhu, Mother Earth is laughing, it seems, by seeing all the people of this material world who are trying to conquer. She said, Iyam Aho Nrupaha, just see how these kings are. Mrutyo Kridanakaha, who are actually playthings in the hands of a death. Kridanakaha means like a dolls. In the hands of death, Mrutyoho. But Ma Vijigishyanti are desiring to conquer me. They are there in a temporary position, I am there in a more eternal position, and these people want to conquer me. See the situation. Generally people say, wealth is temporary. We are Shashvata. Before we came, wealth existed. After we go, wealth will exist. Then who is temporary? Either we are temporary or wealth is temporary. People don't understand this perspective. So similarly, further she says, Kama yesha narendranam mogasyad vidushamapi yena phenopame pinde yeti vishrambita nripaha. So Nara Indranam, O great rulers of this earth, vidushamapi, even though those who are very learned, vidushamapi, mogasyad kama yeshaha, because of material lust, excessive material lust, they meet frustration and failure. Lusting means to possess everything under them. Only they want to enjoy, nobody else want to enjoy. Like modern day politicians. This country should be ruled by own family, nobody else has to rule. Either me, my son, my daughter, somebody from my family should continue this post. Nobody else should come, competitor. This is called as dynasty politics. So then further she says, Ena, driven by lust, Nrupa Pinde E Ati Vishrambita, they place great hope and faith in this dead lump of flesh and body. They feel that they have so much they have so much confidence on this body, which is a lump of matter. But pena pena, even though the material frame is as fleeting as the bubbles of foam on water. Like how long will the bubbles exist in water? Like when you stand in the junctions, traffic junctions, there will be a person who will be making bubbles. He has a gun, he will have a soap liquid, he will put and he will release the bubbles into the air. Small children become fascinated, they would like to go and prick the bubbles and smash the bubbles. But when you bring the same gun to your house, you will never get that bubbles and all. Whatever that bubbles, what come in front of them, that we will never experience, that we will never have. This is the material world perspective. Our life is kshana banguraha, Shastra says. A very momentary. For us it is 100 years lifespan. When we see an ant, its lifespan maybe few days. There are that flies which come in the evening, Diwali ka poka. During Diwali time, there are some insects which come. As soon as it rains, next day or the second day, you will have small insects in the evening, near the light. In the evening they take birth, by next day morning they are dead. In that entire period of night, they experience 100 years of their lifetime. Shad vikara they go through. So similarly, our lifetime is insignificant in compared to demigods. Because for them 1 day is 1 year. So for them 100 days is 100 years. We are gone. So in Brahma's time you see, by that time just for a moment it seems, Brahma went to his planet and came back. Here 1 year passed away. Just for a moment. Then you can understand how insignificant we are. Kshana banguraha, our life is. But still we think we have so much hope on our body, material body. We have faith and hope in this material body. So that's why it says, Purvam nirjitasya sadvargam. Purvam, formerly, people used to think, Nirjitasya sadvargam, I should conquer the 6 enemies. Who are the 6 enemies? The mind and the 5 senses. Jeshyamano rajamantrinaha. Then the king thinks, first I have to conquer the 6 enemies who are there within me. Then I should conquer rajamantrinaha. I should conquer all my ministers. Tataha sachiva putra paura apta karindran asya kantakan. Then I have to conquer the advisors, the citizens, apta relatives and friends, Kara Indran, and the well keepers of my elephants, who are like asya kantakan, they are like a thorns, pinpricks. Because everybody wants to dominate the king and take over the kingdom. Everybody are looking for an opportunity to exploit. So king thinks, I have to subdue them. I have to control them under the fist. But in the endeavor, evam kramena jeshyamanaha, in the endeavor of trying to conquer them, prithvim sagara mekalam, they want to cover the entire earth, they want to conquer, and they want to conquer all the oceans. Oh, land is not sufficient, we want to conquer even water. We want to cover all the 7 oceans, we want to cover the entire land. Iti asha baddha hrudayaha, they have so much ashaha, desire. Baddha hrudayaha, their hearts are bound. Na pashyanti antike antakam, and they are not able to perceive the death which is there very next to them. In this unfortunate situation, they want to conquer this earth with all its oceans, not even a drop of ocean they don't want to leave, but they are not able to perceive the death which is standing next to them. Any moment they are gone. Samudra avaranam jitva mam vishanti abdi mojasa kiyad atma jayasyaitan muktir atma jaye phalam. Samudra avaranam jitva mam. After conquering me and the entire ocean, Samudra avaranam, entire thing which is covered by ocean, mam. But kiyad atma jayashyayutam, what is the use of their self-control? When they conquered that Shadvargaha, what is the use of their self-control? Because muktir atma jaye phalam, the purpose of self-control is spiritual liberation. Yuddhe tam mam jeshyanti abuddhayah. Oh my dear Kurudvaha, oh best of the Kurus. Yam Vishrudhyeva manavas tat sutasya. Although in the past great men and their descendants have left me, and gata yata gatam yuddhe, like in a battlefield, people come, they fight and they die and they go back. Similarly, the people, many people have come and they departed from this material world in a helpless way as they came. We came as a baby in a helpless situation, we come out from the mother's womb. Similarly, they die in a helpless situation and they quit this material world. And tam mam jeshyanti abuddhayaha. And even today, abuddhayaha, foolish people are trying to conquer me, not understanding the history from their previous generations. People came, they artificially, they endeavored to conquer me, but they left, they died. But the future generations are not understanding the situation and they are still endeavoring the process. And further she says, Matkrute pitir putranam brataranam cha api vigrahaha jayatahi asatam rajye mamata baddha chetasam. Matkrute, for the purpose of conquering me, asatam jayate hihi, materialistic persons fight with one another. Pitar putranam, the fathers fight with sons. Brataranam cha api, the brothers fight among themselves for me. If there is a property, when there is no father passes away, the brothers they fight who has to take that property. Or if there is some ancestral property, the fathers and sons fight for the claim of that ancestral property. So similarly, Rajya Mamata Baddhe Chetasam, because their hearts are bound to possessing political power, they fight among themselves. Mamaiva Iveyam Mahi Krishna Nate Mudeti Vadinaha Spardamana Mitognanti Mriyante Matkrite Nripaha. Nripaha, all these political leaders and kings, Iti Vadinaha Matkrite, they challenge one another, Matkrite, for the purpose of me. They start arguing among oneself, they challenge among oneself. Mamai Veyam Mahi Krishna, all this land is mine. A king says, this kingdom is mine. Nate Mudaha, and it is not yours, O fool. This land is mine and it is not yours. Smardamana mitognanti miyante. In the process, they start fighting with each other and either one will get killed or he will kill the other person. When a fight happens, only two things. Outcome. Either you are killed or you kill the opposite person. Either gnanti or mriyanti. You kill or you are killed. So this is the unfortunate situation. The whole world is running in this direction. And in the process, we are losing our valuable form of life, which is meant for spiritual liberation. Endeavor to go back home, back to Godhead. Mother Earth is saying, this is the unfortunate situation of this material world. People don't understand this situation. Like once Prabhupada was asked by a visitor, he says, Dr. Singh, is material consciousness the absence of Krishna consciousness? Prabhupada, yes. Dr. Singh, and when there is Krishna consciousness, where is material nature? Prabhupada, if you continue in Krishna consciousness, you will see that nothing is material. When you offer a flower to Krishna, it is not material. Krishna will not accept anything material. And this does not mean that the flower is material on the bush and then when it becomes spiritual, you will offer it to Krishna. So as soon as it is there on the tree, it is material. When you pluck and when you offer it to Krishna, it becomes spiritual. No. The flower is material only as long as you think it is made for your sense enjoyment. Understood? So how it becomes spiritual? As soon as we think it is firm, because we are seeing a vastu in separation from Krishna. Because everything is Krishna's energy. So if you see energy in relation with Krishna, it is spiritual in nature. But if you see the energy in separation from Krishna, it is material in nature. So Dr. Singh, so the entire world is actually spiritual. Prabhupada, yes. Therefore, we want to engage everything in Krishna's service. That is the spiritual world. It's a simple principle. Engage everything in Krishna's service. Why? Because it is spiritual in nature and it is the energy of the Lord. It is His asset and it has to be engaged in His service. So similarly, tomorrow is one festival, Advaita Acharya's appearance day. So one small pastime about Advaita Acharya. So when he was a small, his father's name is Kuvera Pandita and mother's name is Labha Devi. So it is said in previous incarnations they are Kubera himself and his wife. So they had done tapasya for Lord, possessing Lord Shiva as their son. So after a long time of tapasya, Lord became satisfied, Shiva, and he blessed them. Very soon you will get an opportunity and you will be possessing as me, as your son. But for that you have to worship the Supreme Lord also. So when they also engaged in worship of Lord Narayana. So when they took birth in this material world, they were in Bangladesh part. So they had many sons there, but all children passed away. So feeling very dejected, they came to Ganges area, Mayapur, Shantipura. So there in the divine atmosphere, they started contemplating on the Lord and they became inspired to worship Lord Narayana. So in the process, after worshipping him for a long time, the wife appeared pregnant. So then he will get a dream in which the Lord comes in his dream and blesses him that very soon he will be taking birth in his family. So he is a combination of Harihara. That's why Advaita Acharya is considered as Lord Sadashiva also and Maha Vishnu also. So both are Vishnu Swarupa. So next day morning he reveals the dream to his wife also and wife also will become very happy. So and Lord also explains to them who is their previous position, why they are in this material world, what Lord is going to do, the pastimes, how the family will be glorified and all will be there in the dream details and all. So in the meantime, they will be called back to come back to their kingdom in Bangladesh. So they go back to the king. The king will ask, what is so special? What is something good? Then he says, my wife is pregnant. And the king says, yes, this is a good fortune because you had gone to a spiritual place. So this time all good should happen. So very soon they had a son and they named him as Kamalaksha, one whose eyes are as like lotus petals. So by seeing them, their happiness and joy and everything was very high. So like how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he took birth, the entire Navadvipa was in ecstasy. So when Advaita Acharya took birth, the entire world was also in ecstasy. Everybody don't know why they are happy. People are enjoying, people are happy. So as he grew little older, so there was king's son also who was of a contemporary. So both of them are like friends. So one day both he and the king's son went to a nearby Kali temple, because that Kali is the worshipable deity of the king. So when they went to the king's temple, this boy was so engrossed in the beauty of the deity, he was appreciating the deity. But the king's son, he saw that as soon as he came, he did not pay the obeisances. King's son went and paid obeisances, but this boy did not went and paid the obeisances. The king's son becomes very angry and asks him, "Arey, you should pay obeisances first, then you can watch the deity." So he was so engrossed in the thing that he could not listen what the king's son was saying. So king's son becomes very angry. He goes and scolds him, "What you are? What is the system? When you come in front of the deity, first you should offer obeisances. You should pray to her. This is not the way. You are disrespecting the deity and all." So when he was brought out of the ecstasy, he became very angry and he made a loud roar. By hearing that sound, that king's son fell unconscious. Everybody thought he is dead. And all the servants who came there, they came running, they went and they saw this boy is not breathing. They went back to the father and complained to the father. Seeing the whole situation, that Kamalaksha ran away from there. Like an ordinary man, he went and hid himself in one ant hill. In the meantime, message passed away, Kamalaksha roared and killed the king's son. So, his father also came, Kubera Pandita also came, he started searching for his son. After a long time, they were able to find him hiding inside an ant hill. They brought him out, brought to the house, and they asked him, why did you do? The king asked him, why did you kill my son? So being very repentant, being very compassionate, Kamalaksha said, no, your son is not yet dead. He is alive only. I will bring him back to life. So he went inside the altar, bought the Charnamrita and offered into his mouth. As soon as the Charnamrita was offered, that boy came back to life. And the king became very happy that he gave a feast in the honor that my son is almost dead and he came back to life. He gave a feast and he gave charity to the Brahmanas, and everybody thought, okay, situation is calm. His father was in anxiety because if something happens, this boy will be punished because king's son, you have almost killed the king's son. So they would lose their son, that's the punishment problem. After some days again, there was a festival, Kali Puja. So in the meantime, everybody came to the festival, there was kirtans going on, so Kamalaksha also came there and he sat in the kirtan. The king was also there. He saw that Kamalaksha did not go and pay obeisances. So he said, this is not the process. As soon as you come, you should go and pay the obeisances. This time king has become. Now, Kamalaksha, then his father also came there and started scolding the boy. This is not the etiquette. For the superiors and divine worshipful personality, we should go and first offer respects. Then you can come and sit. Then the boy said, no, obeisances are offered only to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and there is only one person to whom I offer obeisances. All others, I don't treat them as any worthy persons at all. My respects are only to the Supreme Lord. Then the father started arguing, no, Mother Nature is the cause, she is Adi Parashakti, through him only everything has been created. She is the cause of all this creation and all. If she becomes angry, she will kill all of us. You should not disrespect the traditions. Then boy started arguing, if she is the source, if she is the mother, why she would like other living entities to be sacrificed for her? Like goats or something you sacrifice. If she is a mother, why is she accepting sacrifice? Why is she killing one living entity and blessing other living entity? The father said, this is the tradition, this is the process, this is recommended in the Shastras. It's like that argument was going on to and fro, so much time our argument was going on. Finally, the son said, okay, this is not important. Maybe superior should not be argued. Finally, he said, my dear father, please forgive me. I will go and pay obeisances. In the meantime, people are watching all these things. What is happening? So many arguments were being presented to and fro. So one wonderful thing happened. As soon as he went and paid obeisances, the deity burst into pieces. So why, what happened? Because mother Kali, she did not want to take respects from Narayana, offering respects to her. So she became shameful and she left the situation. And seeing that thing, whole the deity is blasted into pieces, all these things and all, the king and all the people, they became shocked. What happened? Some offense had happened or what? Deity vanished from here. The personality vanished. And seeing the situation in a Koya situation, Advaita Acharya vanished from there. Chanting Gauranga's name, he went away to Shantipur. And he stayed in Shantipur and he started worshipping the holy name of Gauranga, and he started staying there and he went to education and all. He started learning all the subjects. So like that, the situation is there. After he grew up, his father and all, when they passed away, then he became independent. Then he started going on a pilgrimage. So he went to different temples in the India. And finally, when he reached Vrindavan, he became ecstatic. After Mathura, he entered Vrindavan. So in Vrindavan, see, Mathura and Vrindavan are both spiritual in nature, but the ecstasy what one feels in Vrindavan is higher because the gopis worshipped there. So everywhere he was going around, jumping around like a small kid, restless person. He was falling in ecstasy, he was becoming unconscious. He ran around Govardhan looking for, where is Krishna, where is Krishna? So after running everywhere, he sat down under one banyan tree, and it's almost like taking a small nap. So in that nap, Lord came into his dream and he said, I am that same Gopala. And you are not different from me, and you are that Gopeshwar Mahadev who have come here to reveal the glories of Vrindavan Dham, to reveal the glories of deity worship, to benefit the people of future Kali Yuga and reveal my deity. I am staying in one kunja near Dwadasaditya Tila. And this is the deity which was worshipped by Kubja, by name Gopala. So because of fear of these Yavanas and Mlechas, because they have been constantly attacking me, the Brahmana who was worshipping me has hid me there and he vanished. So I am still lying there. Please retrieve me from there and start my deity worship. So his dream woke up, and his dream finished, he woke up and he saw the situation. He went to the village, Vrindavan, and he asked all the people to come and help him in the process of revealing the deity. So everybody were also so ecstatic that a sadhu had come. They came with all their axes and all these things and all. They went to the Yamuna river where Dwadasaditya Tila, and they started clearing the entire area. So they found one beautiful deity of Lord Krishna standing in Tribhanga form. So they brought him out, cleaned him up and established him on the top of the hill under one thatched house. And one Brahmana Vaishnava has been engaged to take care of the deity worship. So every day Advaita Acharya used to worship the deity in the morning, and he used to go for parikrama around in Vrindavana for visiting various other places. One particular day, in the meantime, some of the Mlechas and Yavanas, they heard that the deity has been established in Vrindavan. They want to destroy the deity. For them, like, to killing the deity is like, for them, destroying the deity is their like happiness, to keep others in distress. So they can't bear somebody being happy. So they came as a group, they wanted to attack the temple that they want to destroy. In the meantime, sensing the situation, Lord Krishna became hidden under the flowers. He went away inside the flowers. There was a heap of flowers there. Lord Krishna went and hid inside the flowers. So Mlechas came there and they saw deity was not there. They went away out of frustration. Oh, we missed the opportunity. In the meantime, the pujari came there and he saw deity was not there in the altar. Then he asked one small cowherd boy who was there outside, what happened? Where was the deity? The cowherd boy mentions the Mlechas and Yavanas have come here to destroy the deity. So mostly they would have taken, because nobody could understand what happened. So the Brahmana started crying, he fell to the ground, he became unconscious. He was thinking what an unfortunate situation it was. The deity has been destroyed by these Mlechas and Yavanas, and he started fasting whole day. He has not eaten anything. In the evening when Advaita Acharya came back, he explained the entire situation to Advaita Acharya. Then Advaita Acharya also feels very bad. It is the Lord who has come to give service to us as an opportunity. Maybe Lord became dissatisfied with us for some offense. That's why he vanished. Even he went to river Yamuna and he started sitting there and he started chanting and crying for the Lord. Then in the dead of the night, Lord appeared to him again and he said, no, I have not been taken away by the Mlechas. In that flower heap, I am there, hiding there, because these Mlechas and Yavanas have come there. I hid myself there. Go, take me out and resume my deity service. So immediately Advaita Acharya came there and he resumed the deity and he placed him in the altar and he offered him in the dead of the night some offerings and all. Then after that he ate that prasadam and he broke his fast. In the early morning again when he went to take bath, the Brahmana was there crying there near the river Yamuna. He said to the Brahmana, go wake up the Lord and start the worship and all. The Brahmana said, where is the deity? He said, don't ask all these things. Allah, deity is there in the altar only. Go and take care of the deity. So then the Brahmana came running and when he saw the deity was there, he became very happy. He opened the altar and he started setting up the process and taking care of the deity worship. As days were going on, one day the Brahmana Advaita Acharya received a dream in which Lord said, I have been very much satisfied by your service. Very soon there will be one Brahmana who comes from Mathura by name Chaube. He's a very sincere devotee. He wants to worship me. So please hand over me to him. Then Advaita Acharya says, what about me? How will I have your association? Then the Lord says, no, I am there with you always. Whenever you want, I can come. But one small thing is there. You do one thing. There is one, you go to one Nikunjavana. There was one special image, portrait, made by Vishaka of the same deity to Radharani's pleasure. So you go and collect that deity portrait. So which is not different from me, the same deity image is there. So that you take and go to Shantipur and worship that. So hand over this deity to Chaube Brahmana. So in the next day, the Chaube Brahmana came to Advaita Acharya. He put some grass in his mouth, fell down at the feet of Advaita Acharya, and he narrated that Lord had came in his dream and asked him to go and collect the deity from you. So Advaita Acharya, feeling very sad, he handed over the deity. The Chaube Brahmana became very happy and he carried the deity. The Lord also said the reason why he had asked him to give was because in Vrindavan there is always fear of these Mlechas and Avanas attacking. So in Mathura, in a small house, if he is being worshipped, nobody will get to know. So in that way, he is safe and secure in Mathura. So and he is also very much happy by the devotion of Chaube Brahmana and he wants to give him an opportunity to do for service. So these are the two reasons what Krishna had mentioned. So in the meantime, Advaita Acharya was also feeling very sad and he was looking for where is that Nikunjavana. After searching, somewhere he was able to identify that Nikunjavan. When he went there, he was able to retrieve that portrait which was done by Vishaka for pleasure of Radharani. So he carries that portrait to Shantipur and there he starts worshipping the deity of photo of Lord Krishna in Shantipura. So in that way, the Madan Gopala deity became manifested and Advaita Acharya named him Madana Gopala. And that deity worship is going on. Today if we go to Madan Mohan temple, if you come down, opposite the Madan Mohan temple, we will see the Advaitavat. Inside that Advaitavat, we will see the deity of Madan Gopala that was found by Advaita Acharya. And the tree under which Advaita Acharya found the deity is also still there. So such are the glories of the devotees and they give us as an opportunity to hear the pastimes, to release the deity worship there, to have this perspective of Krishna playing around with his devotees. So by the mercy of Prabhupada, the whole world got to know about the glories of Vrindavan. Today whatever we see, that whole world is coming to Vrindavan because of mercy of Prabhupada only. Or else, where are we? How could we understand the glories of the Lord? Unless pure devotees reveal, we will not get to know the details of the Lord and his pastimes. So such is the mercy of all great acharyas from Madhavendra Puri to Advaita Acharya to all the Goswamis to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Radhakund, Shyamkund, all the 6 Goswamis, they have revealed various deities and various pastime places of Lord Krishna that today we are able to have darshan and enjoy the association in Vrindavan. So we'll pray to them to keep blessing us so that every year we can go and have darshan and become inspired in devotional service. I'll stop here. Any questions or doubts? Grandhara Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki.